cannot trust, we can never have love. I was putting in the hours, I was. But you were calling me a liar, 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 liar. I've been putting in the hours, I was. And it's coming down to now and now and now and now and never. I was putting in the putting in rising with each beat of the music is bringing little flames in the fire that keeps burning. We're inviting the night in. Welcome, my heart so full, I'm devoting myself to the night. There's no motive, we're just listening, we're existing.
All right, let me just.
We can be heard now? We're on? Hello, everybody! We're back. Technical issues. Sorry about that. Welcome to the Luxe series. Still in the group stage. We are on day 2 of week something. I don't remember. It's been too chaotic. Wait, is our audio gone again? Nope, we're good. For those of you that don't know, I'm Lash or Lash the Caster. With me today is Zyrek. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Again, apologies for some of the technical delays that we had. We do have a really good game. We've got Eternal Focus consisting of a pretty good lineup. And then, I forgot the name already. It's
Erinite.
obviously Erinite.
Erinite.
Also consisting of a really good roster. So this is actually going to be a pretty good map. We are going to hop right into our map bans, though, which I haven't even seen these. I don't think Erinite beat Sad 13-2 today. I think that might have happened
I
a
think that
little
might have
bit
been
ago.
from last time. That might be that might have been a little bit of a goof up there. But either way, we do have Ascent. This is Eternal Focus's pick with Erinite on the defense, and the second map we have is Bind with Erinite's pick. But Eternal Focus is on the defense, and the decider, if we get to it, is going to end up being Lotus with Eternal Focus on the defense. Now Ascent, we saw last time I was in here, saw Ascent. And it wasn't a blowout, but it definitely had a decisive victory. I don't think we saw anything too interesting in terms of the team compositions on Ascent. Besides, I think a trade off for one. Either way, been a chaotic. But Zyrek, what do you think some of these teams that you've seen so far in the tournament? What do you think they've done on Ascent that you think might just be a little bit out of the order?
I mean, I've seen some teams trying to implement Vise into their recent comps. Obviously, we've got some pretty basic comps that could potentially pop up, with KO Sova being the normal initiators. But, enough yapping from me. We'll go hop right into the, agent select, see exactly what they are going to pick. And we are seeing some of the, simplistic picks with EF having having that Killjoy, having the Omen.
Ooh, going for the Raze, though. That's an interesting pick. And, I guess we're looking at a double Sentinel here on Ascent with that Deadlock pick coming out from Red. And it looks like we don't have any caster audio again, Ice.
I believe if you're reading the chat, that might have been from the previous.
Yeah, way long ago. My bad. It's been chaotic. But either way, Eternal Focus. We got Chris rocking Omen, Elro, the duelist, going on Raze, Eljo going on Sova, and then the double Sentinel pick. I wonder how that's going to impact and what kind of trap setups that they're going to be having up there. But not a lot of mollies. They have that nade, but one thing I'm seeing a severe lack of is blinds. So they're not having that many. They're not having that many flashbangs there on Eternal Focus. Erinite, on the other hand, they are rocking that double initiator, classic. Killjoy, classic. Xander going on Omen. Seen Xander on Omen before, as well as Flash on the duelist. I think Jet's a great pick. I mean, reliable on this map. It's a reliable team composition. Definitely going to see some results out of that. I'm just wondering how Deadlock, the sound sensors, and getting rid of those trips in favor of a wall is going to really impact how the rest of how the game goes as a whole.
Well, I mean, on a pistol round, right? There's not a lot they could do to have a lot of damage towards that wall. So they're going to be looking to potentially use that towards the mid section of the map, potentially blocking off any type of aggression so that they only have to focus on the main choke points as well as tree towards that A side. But yeah, they not having any sort of flash initiator is a very, very weird thing, especially on a map where these smokes are going to be sitting in major choke points, and there's not going to be a lot of ways for them to get out. But enough with us yapping. We're going to start getting right into this game with what looks to be a massive mid push.
Well, yeah, Erinite starting out with a first round that I don't think I've seen since like 2021 Masters. With the aggressive defense here, they know that it's an off comp from Eternal Focus going all defense, but We're going to see what they do up here. Running out in. It's just so much presence in mid. But the entire team of Eternal Focus is gearing up, going on towards A. They're going to have a lot of sight holding ability with these double sentinels. Jar trying to manipulate the hitbox and view scan right there. There's that wall, dodging it perfectly. Red going in, and there's the spam, and there it goes. Chris ends up finding the trade, though, 4v4. Wave. Up top, taking out Elro. Flash following it up onto Lazy Pig. Going farther, able to find another, dropping down into hell, but not going to be able to find the last pick onto Eljo. Now it's a 1v3, 73 HP left, classic in hand, Spike is down, Flash gets tagged. Going around the back, they're going to be triple peeking, and Xander's going to find the final blow, winning Erinite the first round of Ascent.
I mean, this is a really, really smart play, especially because, you know, they have that KO on their side.
Here.
With Wave being able to immediately throw the KO knife towards this B main choke and actually detect if anybody's going to be there. And the second that that doesn't detect anybody, they're just immediately going to funnel all the way down towards this A side so that there's no potential way for Eternal Focus to even get out alive at all.
Absolutely, and looking at the way they're gearing up their economy now, Wave, Jar, and Yukon going for the rifles. Well, Yukon going for the Ares. It's going to be a tough stop here as they've stacked a little bit more on the A site. Trying to gauge them out, trying to stay in long range. Mauling, putting them back in that choke point. It's going to be tough with that one-way Omen smoke. Can't get any support there from main, but ultimately no contest. They're going to be able to walk up slowly with Xander jump peeking, ready to throw out that smoke. Stop the push right in its tracks. Here's something, going to end up throwing it. Pushes everybody back as Flash is watching mid, and it looks like the rest of Erinite that was anchored on B is kind of moving off, but Eternal Focus is going around their spawn.
It's a pretty good rotation, actually. The only issue, though, is Flash. If Flash is able to swing out without getting punished from Lazy Pig, then this could potentially be very bad. Both of them kind of just looking into, you know, the distance.
Look at the shock dart. Beautiful. So much damage. Yukon able to find a pick off of that. It looks like the nade is going to end up finding a kill, but not before Jar is going to be able to find the head of Elro. Flash picks up Lazy Pig, as you were talking about in mid there before. Waves wanted to get in on the action here before getting smoked out, but Wave not going to give up. Chris falls, Red, last one standing, 1v4 this time. Spike in hand, only a classic. Going to try and do some damage before getting taken down, but it's not going to be enough. Beautiful, beautiful anti-eco round from Erinite, keeping nearly everybody alive. They got a big bonus ahead of them.
Yeah, I mean, this would be really, really good if, you know, if they're able to potentially convert this bonus. But at the same time, you know, it's kind of been a sort of thing with a lot of these teams where, you know, these players are, they get their anti-eco, and then all of a sudden they get to their bonus, and they lose their bonus, but that's simply because of the gun advantage. But hopefully we'll see Erinite actually be able to successfully convert this bonus and snowball the rest of the round in their favor.
It's very impossible, and we're seeing Flash here. Opted for that Sheriff last round, saved up, and is picking up the Operator. Going to be a huge, devastating force if they want to try and take mid here, but they are going once more. Over on the A side, and Xander's going to find a pick. Immediately finding value with that anti-eco. That Spectre, but down to 20 HP left. Yeah, hard-fought battle, but Red is going to take some damage in that smoke, pushing him back off. Throwing down a sound sensor, going to try and punish any pushes or any aggression to confirm that kill, but ultimately isn't going to find anything, and that KO knife isn't either. Eljo, spike in hand, going to be going up on Cat, wanting to try and inch into tree. Are Erinite players on A? Are they going to notice or like respect that this may be happening? Flash able to find Red. Now the attention is on mid here. I don't think Chris is going to be able to get away with it. Wave got the crosshair right level with the heads, ready to push in. I think it's about time to punish here. Jar going up, but Chris is going to get the final pick onto Wave. But Eljo, oh my gosh. Making it happen. Flash finds another. 2v4 now. Chris still full HP.
10 seconds
The window's
left.
broken. Xander knows, but Xander's so low HP, only 20 remaining. One tap in the body from a Vandal is going to end up finishing off Xander. Who can make it happen is Xander! And the time runs out. Lazy Pig getting scanned, and Jar. Beautiful bonus round there from Erinite.
I'm in a little shock and awe about how that bonus conversion actually went through. I mean, there was so many things that happened. Corners not getting checked, missed timings. I mean, it's something that Eternal Focus has to lock down either for the next map or within this next round before they could potentially call their timeout. Because if they lose, if they lose their bonus, if they lose their full buy, then what's going to happen the rest of the game? As Jar taking out Elro, what a great shot, and gets another onto Red!
Oh, just eating them for breakfast, but ultimately going to have to back off. Pop a Nano Swarm, and Lazy Pig figured it out. Didn't want to have to push back that far. Still has the Stinger in hand, though. Might go for that upgrade to the Bulldog, but it's still not that good of an upgrade. Erinite still just running off of this bonus that they had. Beautiful smoke there from Flash. Gonna end up securing one. Lazy Pig sneaking up and ultimately falls as well. That's 4 on the board for Erinite and 0 for Eternal Focus.
I genuinely do not get how this is working. I mean, just being able to sit there, swing 2 from Jar, and get your 2 picks onto, I believe it was Elro and Red. It's not something you see, especially, still using that Bulldog from the bonus round.
Yeah, that Bulldog that's 2 rounds old, and you guys ended up picking it up as well, by the way. Just want to point that out. The Bulldog's still in the game here. Elro going in with the Vandal, though. Going for vengeance, going for bloods. Spots out the alarm bot. Jar falls. Wave picking it up, though. Eljo and Lazy Pig fall as well. Wave going in, makes the 3rd onto Chris. Yukon clean it up, Elro, and it's just Red left. The Lone Ranger standing once again. Trying to find a pick, trying to find something to equalize, something to go off of. It's a 4v1, and Wave doesn't want to peek out, doesn't want to be solo there, and that's why. Can end up finding the pick. The Aldrone spots out. They know exactly where Red's at. Red's got to run or get tagged. Xander gets the peek out there. Red running back. And it's just a double peek. There's Xander able to make it happen. That's 5 in a row, Zyrek.
Eternal Focus has to call a timeout now. They have to call a timeout sooner rather than later, and that's exactly what they're going to do. I was going to say, if they didn't call it before, they've got to call it now, because that's, that's another buy round that they have just lost. And it's not even like, it was close one-on-one, like 1v1 type stuff. It was 3 players on Erinite still alive, getting ready to swing the 1 player left on Eternal Focus. So, I mean, it's very questionable to see what kind of things they could do differently. I mean, looking at the map already, you see 3 players geared up, ready to go onto that A site for Erinite, but you see the B push getting ready to come out. Maybe, maybe they're just going to look to go ahead and just 5-hit this B site very, very fast before any of the rotations can come through.
I mean, yeah, I agree. It's very much possible, but I don't know if you notice here, the Killjoy on Erinite's team, typically going for the B site push here. Jar, or holding down B site. It looks like they're switching it up a little bit, going to hold tree, because I think that they're thinking Eternal Focus is wanting to shift their focus over towards A site, because they've just been getting stomped on B round after round. They start on A, they get pushed back, they go B, and then they get shut down again. So how are they going to adapt here? Is they're going to be putting they're going to put their Killjoy utility on A, and in just an early anticipation of a push on A, but no, it looks like they're going to be going full mid here. Looks like exactly what happened last round. Elro pushing up once again. Going to try and get the first pick, but Lazy Pig going to beat him to the punch. Flash ends up falling. Null Command pushes out Ukine with the collateral onto Eljo and Lazy Pig. Beautiful spray right there. Ukine does end up getting shot down, but Wave is picking up the action where they left off. That's 6 HP left in the tank of Wave. Just barely going to fall before Chris takes a lot of damage. And once again, it's down to immediately one player left. Erinite has that lockdown available. Probably not going to use it. But Chris using that teleport. Nano Swarm, beautiful. Denying a lot of that space onto Stairway as they circle around there. Oh, there's the lockdown coming out. Very surprising coming from Chris, but ultimately enough pressure to make them have to push out. And that's going to be the 6th round in a row for Erinite. The best Eternal Focus can hope for right here is a 6. It's a 6.5, and their economy is not going to be happy.
Flash, I did a little bit of research just to make sure that my suspicions were correct.
Please do share.
This is Eternal Focus's map pick.
What it is?
I believe
yeah,
so.
it is. Oh, yeah, it is.
This is Eternal Focus's map pick, and it's not looking like it. As much as I want to, hope that they've got stuff planned for their attack half, their defense for their defense half, their attack half isn't looking strong at all. It's just not looking like the best. A little bit of early contact coming out from this A side. Lazy Pig's turret is going to go down and just get spotted by the knife from KO.
A Lazy Pig does
From
want
B.
to kind of draw some attention over here, but
My territory.
they're the lurker here. They want to kind of fake out the defense here. Not aware, but Red using that Annihilation could be the death of them, but ultimately going to find the kill for that. Equalizing out the trades, but the ultimate is going to make the difference there. Elro sending that showstopper up into heaven. Not going to land anything, but is going to get hit by the trip net from their own deadlock. Shock darts being sent out. Ukine with that Odin sent. Great to have an Odin player. Trying to find some sprays, and Wave taken out by Chris from that wind position. Ends up backing off. Flash trying to recover here. Eternal Focus might have found something.
Found them.
Bring them back into this game as Flash finds another.
Blocking sight.
He's going to try and push up closer with this operator, but somehow was able to make it happen. The dart does scan, taking some damage here, having to back off and reload. Eljo peeking out, though, wants to try and gain something on Ukine, but going to end up gaining the victory in this round. The first round for Eternal Focus is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. That Hunter's Fury is locked and loaded as well.
Oh, poor Eljo.
Also, just before you go into that, I just want to make it clear. Eternal Focus does have a 4-1 record on Ascent. I will say, according to their team statistics there. So I'm not surprised that it's their map pick, but it seems like they're getting diffed here.
It surprises me that the score is currently 6-1 in the favor of the opposing team.
Agreed.
That's what's shocking to both of us. Wave having a really good KD, and someone's getting a really good pick onto Red, but Lazy Pig is gonna trade out Wave, which could be good.
Another operator from Jar. Oh my gosh.
Oh, a second op from Jar coming out to get that
It's
another
devastating,
pick.
Cyrek. It's devastating. They were able to immediately get picks out of that. The only one to fall was Wave because he peeked out after the op shot where everyone was gauged in that direction. Peeked out. It was a good pick. Wanted to peek out and protect the jet, protect the op. Did end up falling, and Ukine, oh my gosh, able to find Chris. It's just a stomp right now, Cyrek.
This is not how they wish to go. Eljo again gets spotted out from Ukine.
Third.
It's a third. Oh my god. Ukine gets 3 wall bangs with the Odin, and that's why you give the Odin to your Sova player.
Yeah,
It's
that is
hands down
exactly why.
It has to be, like, not even just statistically, but mentally, That has to be the best choice because they're just gonna be like, oh, we just died through a wall, all three of us.
Yeah,
How does
I
that
mean,
make
well,
you feel?
I don't really know how to what to compare Erinite to other than like the Harlem Globetrotters at this point, like just hitting all the trick shots, just making the goofiest stuff happen, and it's paying off. It's working out. Eternal Focus doesn't really know what to do with it. Wave, send that flash out. Isn't gonna scan anybody, but Chris with that ghost is gonna take down Wave, converting a gun, but can that convert the round? We'll have to wait and see. As Xander lurking in this smoke here, wants to wait for the push as the dart scans out, scans nothing, and Eternal Focus is backing off and wanting to gear over towards A.
Shadows traveling.
Looks like Flash is ready for it. Chris using so much utility there while still only having a ghost. Trying to push up for the team, and Flash just there waiting. Dashes away. Beautiful knife shot onto Elro. 12 HP left in the tank though. Had beautiful dashing there. Beautiful dodging by Flash. Able to secure so much defense of this site. It's immense. And that lockdown from Lazy Pig is not the best option there. The operator shot doesn't land, but gets scanned out. Shot down by Yukine. And it's just Eljo left. It's just Eljo. Paranoid out. They know exactly where Eljo is at. It's just Sheriff in hand. They're going to be spamming. They're going to be going. Jar's diffusing. It's game over. Flash finds that final knife for the third kill, securing them the 8th round. Welcome to double-digit rounds. We're in round 10.
This is not the scoreline that Eternal Focus was hoping for.
No, not in the slightest.
Absolutely. Eternal Focus, like after 6 in a row, maybe hoping, for the 6-6. But now their best bet's an 8-4. And that is going to significantly decrease their chances of potentially winning on the next half. But at the same time, there's also the chance for the 9-3 to occur, but who knows? As Elro gets a really good hop in onto Jar and takes out Wave as well. Might as well take 2 with you. The rest of Erinite having to rotate all the way back over for this.
Yeah, beautiful entrance and beautiful start to the round there by Elro. Really able to show that duelist space-making ability. And opening up the site. Now it's a 3v5 retake here while they have Hunter's Fury online. Xander going to teleport inside, trying to make it happen. Is going to be able to find Lazy Pig. Seems like they're aware that someone could be back here and is going to be able to find Chris as well. Taking virtually 0 damage. Now it's a 3v3. Even things up as well. Xander finding a third, finding a fourth onto red. And now it's just Eljo. 32 HP remaining and trying to make it, but there's the ace from Xander. A one-person retake of the site and just shuts it down. Zyrek, what is Erinite feeding this kid?
Creatine? I mean,
Steak.
you could say
Steak, apparently.
Could say steak. I mean, creatine could be an option. But at the same time,
They're drinking Red Bull. Like, what did I just witness there? Come, Eternal Focus. I think it's time. But they can't take their second time out until the second half, but they really want to right now.
Yeah, I can't blame them. I would too. But at the same
time, they have to read perfectly.
Oh my god, they do.
Hunter's Fury coming out. No tag. No tag. Jar gonna be able to find Lazy Pig as well. Elrow's on the side. Oh my gosh, it's just a blood. It's a bloodbath on site. And Eljo once again is the last one standing. Going through mid. What is this? Nobody from Erinite has fallen this round. They are 1 kill away from getting double digits, while Eternal Focus has 1 round.
I don't have words.
And there's Xander finding the final kill once again, a flawless from Erinite, bringing them to double digits while we hit round 12. This is the last round of the half, Zyrek.
Lash, I don't know about you, but I don't have words. I genuinely
I don't either.
don't.
Like they've been rocking this double op for 4 rounds, Zyrek.
I mean, and it's working. Like, as much as people
Don't
would
fix
say,
what ain't broke. Everybody.
exactly. As much as people could potentially say, oh, Jar shouldn't have an op. Jar's a sentinel. That's great. They're winning. There's nothing you can say about that. The double op is just working.
Xander solo on site here. Gonna take one with them. Can they find another before getting taken down? There's the paranoia. They do end up getting taken down, but gonna end up finding Elro and Joe through the wall. Both of them. Taking it down as a 3v2, the most even round we've had in a while. There's the lockdown coming through as well. Hunter's Fury to defend it, making it happen. And there's a Hunter's Fury to try and stop that from the shadows. Instant plant. Still haven't planted the spike. Chris is on B site though. Lazy Pig needs to rotate back around to make this even remotely possible, but everybody on Erinite is between Lazy Pig and making that happen. It's essentially a 1v3 here, but there is a lot of pressure being made by Lazy Pig.
Last player standing.
Never mind. Lazy Pig is down.
What pressure?
It was phantom pressure there. Jar jump peeking out. They're it's UKine! Third kill! All three of UKine's kills this round were through walls when they didn't have direct line of sight onto the players. Erinite is riding some sort of victory high right now. They are so confident that they are playing with their food.
Now, half is over. That half's gone. This half,
Brand new.
brand new, right? Although you may be down 10 rounds, it's brand new. I'd love to see how this double sentinel comp is going to work, because that is going to be favoring that defense side. And it looks like they're going to do the exact same thing that Eternal Focus did. Push mid. Yeah.
Erinite pushed mid in the first half on their defense. Is this some secret thing that we don't know about? Is this some unspoken like Luxe team goofiness, like were they pushing mid on Ascent for each pistol round? Maybe it's meta. I don't know. That's why I'm a commentator. But
Yeah.
looks like we're gonna get some action in mid. It looks like both teams want a piece of the pie here on the map. Shock darts rolling through. There's Chris. Flash gonna end up finding the first 2 picks of the round onto Lazy Pig as well. Not gonna be able to do any damage to Elro just yet. Runs out of bullets. Has to run away. Able to find a third for the round on Eljo. Jar. It's on the leaderboard there, and there it is. Second kill. Immediately putting Erinite on match point.
Match point.
I see you face palming. Are you good?
Well, I can only imagine how livid the coach is knowing this is their pick, knowing they have spent probably days, probably weeks practicing.
It's a best
this
of 3,
map.
Zyrek. It's a best of 3.
There.
Yes, but but then if this is done, Eternal Focus
make
is
them
going into their
dance.
next map, which isn't their map pick, which is Erinite's map pick, down by 1, which means they can't afford to lose that next map.
In all fairness, last week, the map picks and map wins were Jar. Oh, Jar. Xander picking it up. 1v3 here.
Spike planted.
Chris, all the way across the map. Zyrek, what's your opinion? You think it's Jover?
I think it was Jover when they won 6 in a row, but that's just me.
Oh, there it
Attackers
is.
win.
There it is. 13-1.
That is
That is devastating if you're an Eternal Focus fan. That is a devastating loss. Map pick 13-1. It is devastating, but it's not over yet. It is a best of 3. Last week we did see the opposing teams win each other's map picks. So we have seen some interesting things come out of map picks versus what is expected. It's not uncommon to see that happen. Well, 13-1, it is kind of uncommon to see that happen on your map pick, but
yeah.
It wouldn't be a complete misinformation to say that they're guaranteed to lose the next map. I think they have a chance. There's always a chance that they can make it happen. it's not in their favor, but it's possible. And I'm rooting for a good game. I'd like to see a comeback from Eternal Focus. If they can, I can only imagine that their mental is pretty distraught from that from that last map. 13-1, not great. But I also know that a lot of good teams are able to come back and find some good with find some good with the bad. Not the leaderboard I was expecting to look at here, Zyrek.
2 deaths.
2 deaths from Yukon.
Flash had 1.
Yeah, Flash had 1. Xander had 2 deaths. Wave and Jar, they did die a couple times. That is, yeah.
This is not something that Eternal Focus was prepared for. I don't think they were ready to go into this map. They were probably going into this map thinking, we got this. We can win. This is our map. We practice it a ton.
Mm-hmm.
And then 6 rounds in, they're like, this is not what we wanted. I mean, I could say all of Yukin's kills, wallbangs. I think
nearly
90%.
I think there was 2 of them that weren't wallbangs.
Yeah.
And both of them were with Jar's Bulldog.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a stat, right, we don't get to see because Jar, unfortunately, was not MVP for Erinite. But Jar had 5 first bloods.
Yeah. What? Hold on. Let me look at that.
That is not something you
that's
expect.
5 first bloods from a Sentinel, too.
Yeah. You expect that from your duelist.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I think anyway, take away from this map, don't run double Sentinel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, they didn't have any flashes. I think that a big component to them not being able to take home as many rounds is the fact that they replaced a set of pop flashes and scanning utility and a molly for some walls, and I didn't see a single sound sensor get tripped that entire match.
Nope. Because you could just shift walk past them. There's no way.
And the one time I saw a gravnet be activated, it gravnetted Elro.
Yeah, it was friendly fire on their own team.
Yeah, it was rough, but all right. We got to set that aside. We still have more maps to go to. Up next, we are going to be seeing Bind. This was Erinite's pick, and Eternal Focus is going to be starting onto the defense. We haven't seen much defense come out of Eternal Focus, but we're going to be able to see that chance up in the next map. But before then, we're going to go ahead and throw to a quick break while these teams get geared up and ready to go.
See you in a bit.
Welcome everybody back to the Luxe series. We are on week something, day 2. Yeah, you like
Week
that one?
3.
Yeah, we're on week 3, day 2. We just got off of a devastating map for Eternal Focus, losing 13-1 on Ascent on their own map pick to Erinite. But it is not over just yet. These two teams are gearing up. They're talking with each other. They're getting their mental up, and they're getting ready to go to the second map of Bind, which is Erinite's map pick. So they should theoretically have the advantage here. Theoretically, while Eternal Focus is on the defense. So we're going to be seeing what kind of comps are going to be coming out here as we're hopping into the agent select momentarily here. Zyrek, are you expecting some goofy stuff out of Eternal Focus this time around?
I want to see a Vise get picked, but I'm expecting, just your simple KO Gecko Initiator. Maybe Sky, because Sky, even though she has a big
chamber
nerf
or an ISO on this, I might. Oh no, Red!
I have seen some clips of Red on Chamber, on this map, and it has been crazy.
Yeah, in all fairness, they're mental. They got to go back to their comfort picks here. I mean, they got slammed 13-1. They got to go back to comfort picks. They got to play what they're good at and be able to mesh together well in a way that allows them to not have to think about what they're doing, that allows them to just do it, because Erinite is so quick, so decisive in what they do. They react and they attack way quicker than Eternal Focus can seem to comprehend and clap back with their current team comps, because I mean, it kind of seems like they're not used to the characters, the agents that they're playing. So I mean, it really just depends here, and we're gonna see what they're gonna be able to pull out going into the first round here, as both teams are gearing up. Once again, Erinite is on the attacking side, Eternal Focus on the defense. Just trying to get ready to go. It looks like Elro is still back in spawn though. I wonder if there's there
tech
is
pause.
the tech pause. I was wondering what was going on there. So we will have a couple minutes, and you guys will have a couple minutes to see our beautiful faces again. I don't know about me, but Zyrek is looking very good over there.
Hey, you
But
look
it looks like we do
just
have a
as
game
good today,
crash.
buddy.
So while we get those technical issues figured out, we're going to throw to a quick break, and we'll bring you guys back in as soon as we get everything figured out. So don't click away.
All I wanna do is to put rounds around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do need you, I do, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you, I love you, I do need you, oh, I love you, I do need you. All I wanna do is to put rounds around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do, I need you, I do, I love you, I do, I need you, I love you, I do, I need you, oh, I love you, I do, need you, oh, I love you, I do, need you, I do, I love you, I do, need you, I love you, I do, need you, oh, I love you, I do, need you.
All right, going quick here, bringing us back. We did have a disconnect issue, but all things have been taken care of. Going straight into the first match here. We got Flash running up quick here to short. It's going to be a brawl here for Long and Hookah. Chris ended up getting backed off there as the Haunt goes down, tagged. But ultimately, going to be having some safe passage here as Wave and Flash are going to be inching up into Hookah. As the rest of the team follows up and Long jump peeking to the side. Going to be able to find some ground and taking so much space basically for free here. But Chris and Lazy Boy have an off angle there. Chris going to be able to find it. Fine. Lazy Pig going from the back. Going to be able to find nothing before it gets put down by Flash. But Xander finishes off Chris, immediately putting it at a 4v3 in favor of Erinite. How is this interaction going to go? Eljo going in. Xander trying to get some pop shots off, but ultimately there's the Flash coming in. Ended up getting that major tag onto there. Nobody dies though. Red pushing in. Getting a little bit lower on health. Gets stunned out. 2 bullets left in the pocket guardian, but ends up falling regardless. Elro going to be able to find 2. Xander and Jar. Molly goes out, and Flash is going to end up taking that victory. 2 players still alive for Erinite as they take the first round.
I mean, that's just a really good round in general. A lot closer than what some of the things we've seen today. One thing I'd really love to point out is, you know, the use of solo initiator on the side of Eternal Focus, and the side of, oh my lord, Erinite. The side of Erinite having no Sentinel at all.
Yeah, Erinite may have a tough time here, but ultimately they are starting out on the attack, so they don't need to worry too much about like holding down ground by themselves. You know, having a lurker, it's very easy to have like their Viper, their Fade kind of lurk around, but it does end up drawing a lot of attention and utility away. But ultimately, it's going to be a standoff there into A short as the rest of Eternal Focus ends up going over to Showers here. You kind of almost getting some shots taken off. Pings have gone out, and it looks like the rotates are going to be coming through as well. How are they going to be responding to this? Lazy Pig ready to go up here in Hookah as the Viper wall goes up. Lazy Pig getting ready. What is this first contact going to look like here? There's Eljo. There's the first shot. Able to find 2. Able to find 3. Almost 4. There's Wave. Beautiful shots there. Able to upgrade to a Bulldog. That's going to end up going over Elro. Flash is coming up. Has that Vandal in hair. There's that Seize. And a Molly to combo it. But ultimately, nobody is going to end up falling. And there is the Haunt coming through as well. And there's the jump coming out. And there's double for Flash. As Elro is only able to find 1. Beautiful.
That is so beautiful from Flash, not only because, you know, they get in, they're able to get their 2, but they managed to get all the way into Hookah with absolutely no noise whatsoever. So the entirety of what was left of Eternal Focus was none the wiser that Flash was going to be there. And I noticed, you know, Lash has put on some sweet shades.
Well, yeah, I'm blinded by his flash.
Absolutely. That's a good play on words, though.
I appreciate it. I've been working on my metaphor puns. You know, gearing up to be a dad, if you will. You know what I mean?
I have them.
A lot slower of a round to begin here, though. Red is up on an off angle. Very common for Chambers, though, to be up on that U-Haul. Maybe expecting it. And it looks like Flash is going to be peeking out. 4B site here. Already taking contact and is going to be taking quick contact with those double satchels. Isn't going to be flashed out, and it's a beautiful shot for Lazy Pig, but Chris is going to be able to find that trade, equalizing it out 4v4, but Erinite has Thrash online to be used. There's that crossfire. Held off Red. Chris ready and geared up, holding down that Hookah space, and it looks like so many rotates have come through. Jar has the spike. Wingman, little buddy, gonna end up getting that plant off. His Wave was already creeped up so far into the rotate, into the spawn of Eternal Focus. They really couldn't do anything. Wasn't really expecting anything like that. And now Red is back in short. A little bit of chip damage done by Wave as Eljo is going to be able to find Jar. Throwing out a Molly, trying to consolidate some space here, but Xander is not having any part of it. There's the tag. There's no kill there as Red is going to cause them to fall. There's so much they can do from here on out. Chris is going to have to do something. Red's diffusing, and it's going to be Chris. Able to find a third, and Eternal Focus is on the board. Only one round down here to Erinite.
To be fair, this is already closer than it was before.
Yes, it is.
I mean, this is, this is a lot more of what I was expecting to see from Eternal Focus, and I think so was everybody else. I mean, this was just not, like the first one, it's a fluke. People say it's a fluke, whatever. This one, they're gonna give it their all. They are going to, basically ride or die this map, and if they win, that's great. Then they're just gonna go ahead and win. They're gonna go ahead and try and win the decider map, but they gotta win this map first. So
yeah, this is the first step. They're one match down. There's Eljo. Beautiful teamwork there. Beautiful. Flash now having to back up. Lazy Pig falls. Xander maybe making them able to equalize these picks. Chris now has to back off. The only one on site has to play in the cubby here, and Xander's not afraid to peek out. Playing it carefully, though. While the rest of the team into a jar. Starts to angle over, and Xander's not afraid. There's the second kill. Opens up the site, and now Little Buddy going to be able to make it happen. Beautiful crosshair placement. Somebody check these guys' computers.
Word.exe.
Word.exe. Yeah. Somebody check. Somebody check these computers. No, I'm just for legal reasons, that is a joke. But looks like we are getting aggression here from Jar, but Red doesn't fall. Rendezvous gone. No teleport out for Red anymore, and has to go tap the spike. But the molly from Xander. So little HP left for Red, and it just isn't possible for Elro alone. As Thrash is still online, they have the showstop, and they have the orbital strike up and ready to go. Erinite just have no fear.
I think I have to say that even the epitome of death fears Xander. I mean, just being able to walk into a potential war zone and just be like, oh yeah, let me get this one, and let me throw a molly at you.
Xander's playing aim labs, dude. I'm telling you.
Exactly.
And Elro doing their best, able to make some really good plays there. Oh, the nade. Oh, the combo. It's beautiful from Elro and Red. Able to make it happen. Yukine able to find Lazy Pig, though. Trying to keep them as equalized as possible as the showstopper is out. Having to bring it back. Has to go back towards Showers. It's so bad. Showstopper out. And Xander's going back around, but Chris is behind. Oh my gosh, Xander has no idea, but is going to find the kill anyway. But personally put down by Elro as Jar is able to find Red. It's down to the last 2v2 here. Wave and Elro versus Jar.
One enemy remaining.
My ultimate is ready.
Even Jar, come on. Eljo and Elro. It's going to be a tough match here. The spike is down. Tapping, and it's over. Jar able to find another. Still hasn't used that Thrash, Zyrek. How long is Jar going to hold on to that one?
I may have jabbed my fingers.
I'm gonna say round 9. It's probably when it's gonna get used. Or knowing my luck, I'm gonna say round 9, and it's gonna get used. It's gonna get used.
Look at that! Hey, that's a caster curse if I've ever seen one. Or maybe just holding it for the memes. Could be holding it for the memes.
No, this is gonna be the easiest and fastest way to clear Showers, because if someone's there, they're dead.
Oh, yeah. All right, here's it. They're immediately backing off. They already know the drill. Oh, and there's Red. It's an easy kill for Flash. Jar able to find it. Eljo trying to find it up as Xander's playing aim labs once again. Yukine getting their name into the action here as Jar finds another one. It's a nearly flawless round. That is the fastest round that they've ever had. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, Zyrek. Aim lab, Zyrek.
Jar got shot at, and then both players in the TP just said, let's look towards Showers instead of at the one person who is just taking out my teammate.
I think they heard the showstopper explosion and got scared.
Maybe.
Could be. I don't know.
But-
I'm just speculating here. All right. I don't have surround sound on my headphones, so I have no idea what they were hearing.
Yeah. You have no idea, but Jar
They were hearing something.
and lo and behold, the one person who should have died that didn't clutch the round.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Like that's how this works, right?
And once again, they're already halfway back to Thrash. Orbital Strike and Viper's Pit is online for Eternal Focus, should they need it. But are they going to, is the question. Well, the answer is yes, they do need it. But the question is, are they going to use it this round? But Red is going to end up getting the first pick there onto Wave as Flash is gearing up and getting ready to go in here. As that is that's a tough wall to deal with there. Going into Garden, so probably going to have to wait this one out. The wall falls, Xander. Playing Elro. And Lazy Pig is going to end up finding the kill. Taking down the Aim Labs master themselves, but has to face Jar. Unable to dodge that flash down to 63 HP. Lazy Pig knows that without those flashes, it's going to be a rough time. And there's that orbital strike coming out as Chris from behind is able to find Flash. This might be a round that they needed. Lazy Pig not able to find that kill, but not dying either. Tapping that spike, gonna have to go for spam here, but they can't hit it. Eljo spamming a Jar, able to find it. Has to get somebody else on that spike. It's half.
Player standing. My ult is ready.
Almost hit a collat there. Able to finish him off. Oh my gosh, Yukon. Lost the round, but ultimately won the war when it comes to economy there. It is not looking good.
You
for
know,
Eternal Focus.
we thought of the same analogy. I was myself gonna say, yeah, they lost. You know, they might have lost that battle, but they won the war on that one.
Yeah, they took out all their opponents. Mostly just Yukon. Just shutting them down there at the end. Walking right into their crosshair. Shutting down any economy that they could have, like, produced from that.
The
Like,
Viper
they have zero economy, like, endurance and momentum.
I'm pretty sure they bought up that round, so they don't really have a lot going on. Viper Pit is going to be used towards this A side. We have the Nightfall and Viper Pin online for Erinite, which is pretty good for the post plants and sniffing out where potential lurkers could be. But Flash and Wave getting ready to potentially peek into Eljo.
Eljo not making a hit, but ultimately is able to take out Flash and Elro. Beautiful teleport there, able to find Wave. These are the adjustments that we've been needing to see since last map from Eternal Focus. But it's not over just yet for Erinite. We've seen them come back from worse, and we will probably see it again. There's the flash coming through. It's going to get tagged. Xander's going to be able to find one traded out by Elro. There's the nade we've been looking for from Elro. Throwing those spams out, trying to make something happen. It's just down to the last two. They got Jar. They got Wave. What can they make happen here? Or, sorry, Yukine and Jar.
30 seconds left.
What can they make happen here? They, like you said, they have the Nightfall. And oh my gosh, Jar is one away from that Thrash once again. Sniffing it out. There's Eljo and Elro. Beautiful crossfire there. Drawing a lot of their attention. And there's the third round on the board.
Yeah,
for Eternal Focus. Speechless, I know. It's wild.
Technically, they tripled their rounds from last match.
Oh my, okay.
Much love to everybody at Eternal Focus. You know, I've seen their players play a lot. I know some of their players, but I mean, you gotta point out the obvious when you can. And I'll play devil's advocate on that. I will be that guy.
Oh, I'm a fan of devil's advocate all day long. It feels like I'm seeing that Flash is wanting to be the devil for these guys. Oh my gosh. Throws the nade too. Is it gonna hit something? Oh nope, but Jar's gonna make it happen either way.
It's gonna hit Jar.
Immediately. Oh, that spike is planted. It hasn't even been 15 seconds, Zyrek.
Spike planted.
Yeah, Lazy Pig immediately opting to save. They are dumbfounded. They are in they are shock and awe.
The good old AFK strat. Just type yo, we're AFK, and all of a sudden they just start running to you. I mean,
Wait, I can
that's
do
how
that?
it works in
Hold on.
ranked. That's how it works in ranked, right?
Something like that, yeah. I feel like the AFK strat only ever worked in Among Us, though.
That's true. That's true.
Because the AFK strat is not very effective in games where you have to win rounds. And that's just in my opinion, though. What do I know? I think that was a good call to save from Eternal Focus there. They got stomped on A. It was a 4v2 when they were using a Viper's Pit. They used a Nightfall. They had so many different options, including a Thrash as well. Inside of a Viper's Pit would have been devastating. I think they made the right call there to save because their economy would be in shambles.
Yeah, I mean, there's, you know, their economy would be absolutely ruined. They do get a little bit of money. The ones who save get a little bit of money for saving, but overall not a ton. And I really wouldn't be shocked if, you know, there's some players there that don't have all their util and that couldn't buy all their util.
They are put in such a tough spot, and especially right now, their smokes go down. Elro is gonna find wave though. Shutting down, I mean, all of Erinite smokes as well, but Chris cannot see a thing. There's the nades coming in, barely taking any damage, surprisingly. His wingman is gonna start the plant. Crosses in the flick from Flash. Oh. Oh, it is devastating. Red trying to clear some space, and Elro
Enemy remaining.
with the showstopper, able to find Yukon as well. That's 3 for the round. Xander going in through the back. Red
One enemy remaining.
able to make it happen. It's Xander.
Some things you just can't teach.
What is this round?
A clutch from Xander after a showstopper and a hospital flick from Flash. This is the game y'all came to watch. Some chaos unfolding. It is nuts, Zyrek. It is nuts.
I can't, I don't have words. Words do not exist. We got a hospital flick from Flash. We have a really good clutch from, almost clutch from Elro. And then Xander decides to walk through Elbow and just get everybody that way.
Yeah, I mean, great clutch, great trigger discipline there. Not to shoot Elro. But, oh, it's the judge. It's the judge, Eljo.
I'll find you.
You love to hate it, and there's Wave, able to shut it down. Red's going to be clapping back. It's an absolute war zone here. Valorant? No, this is Call of Duty. Welcome to Warzone. There's Yukon going for the battle against Red there. They got to push in. They got to find some common ground here. They got to gain some map control.
Toxin screen down.
Last player standing.
Wave going. Wave, last one standing here. Red on a kill streak. That's 3. That kill streak's down. That's the second one on the board this time for Wave. Has the spike in hand, needs to make something happen here, but they're playing a one person per site. They're trying to draw some rotates in through Hookah. Oh my gosh, it's going to be a head-to-head here with Chris.
30 seconds left.
This is gonna be brutal. There it is. Doesn't check the corners. It gets punished because of it. 4-7. Significantly
Last
better
round
score line
in the half.
for Eternal Focus in comparing it to Ascent. It is looking a lot better for them, but in my opinion, still not great.
No, I mean,
No.
no, I mean, it's not. That's the thing. Every team always wants to get like that perfect half, 12-0. But a lot of teams, they're accepting of the fact that potentially a 6-6, but the more that it decreases for one side, the worse it gets for their odds to win. So Erinite having a better chance to win going in for a potential 8-4 half. But
You also have to
still
remember,
gotta
they don't have a Sentinel. They don't have a
That's true.
Sentinel, but double controller comps on Bind are very prevalent, and even a lot of pro teams are taking advantage of double controller. You know,
Need help.
choosing them over having a sentinel on their team for just to block line of sight, and it's seems to just be an absolute utility dump there, but Flash is going to end up finding the first contact, finding the first kill, shooting the body afterwards as well, getting that spray down. Spray control training, that's what they call it.
Making sure they're dead. Making sure they're dead.
Yeah, if they don't stink, stick them. You know what they say, Eljo is going to be able to find Yukine. That's a great orbital strike there, delaying it, but I think it was a little premature. Oh, Xander.
That's just rude.
That is a little bit rude there.
Picks up a Guardian.
Oh my gosh. It is Elro taking the advantage of Jar being a little bit overconfident there. Lazy Pig finding it as well, but Flash is not going to stand for it. Oh my gosh. Xander in the elbow again. How does he do it? The timings that Xander's able to get are just insane.
One enemy
And he knows it. He knows it. Able to find red as well. It's just Eljo left. It's a 1v2. Can we get another Brimstone clutch? And it's Xander for a third. 8 and 4 half.
Oh my lord. Xander just has all of the timings just down to a millisecond.
He's either the smartest or the luckiest. One of those.
But both.
Yeah, well, I mean, he was smart
both.
enough to do the trigger discipline, and he just gets so good luck with these timings.
I mean,
if I'm being honest, Zyrek, it's hard to take this game seriously.
oh, absolutely. But timing as well is also a massive part of this game. Some pro players will sit in a custom game with someone and put like a timer on their phone of how long it takes for the other person to actually get to this specific spot. So they'll know when to start aiming for this area, and that's how a lot of people will do it.
That's a lot of time. I don't think I'd be able to do that. I'm not that patient. But going into the second half here, they seem to have gambled on a major B stack here, choosing to go for the double TP into showers, which unfortunately for them was the wrong move, as the entirety of Eternal Focus is gearing up. They're already on A. They're getting that plant down. Eljo planting in the backside, closer to the defending spawn here. As some context being taken, Jar's going to be able to find that kill as Elro finds Wave. Equal picks, equal players alive. Getting that heal back up.
They planted on A.
Yeah, it seems like they might have gotten... They wanted to back up, trying to gain a little bit of space, get a timing, because they were getting pinched. They didn't want to have to take that head on without some presence, giving them some pressure, and there's Jar able to find Chris's down in the player advantage. Yukine using that pressure, and now Eljo. Yeah, see, look at that pressure. They forced him into the spawn, and nobody realized that the spike was being defused. What is this match?
So I heard a chuckle on my end from our producer, which means I think the producer read exactly what I read, which was the chat. Yuki making sure that they remember that they need to look at the bomb.
Wait, was there some Did he correct? Did they correct himself to say spike? Sorry.
No. Yukine was making sure that they knew that they had to be aware of the bomb because they planted and they defused it.
Ah, of course. Anyway, back into the game here. Completely setting that aside for now. Eternal Focus looks like Elro going for the Bucky play there. They'd get spotted out by Wingman in U-Haul, but no damage was done. There is a molly being taken. Oh my Jar! What is it with you and wallbangs here? Red able to find Xander, but ultimately I can ignore that. I mean, Wave is making it happen as well. Red able to find one with the Pocket Guardian. Jar able to find another, and Yukine finishing it off. There's the double-digit maker.
I think after this,
Erinite, what?
After this, I gotta take a walk. What am I like? I have no idea what I'm watching. I mean,
I love our producer. I wish everyone in the stream could hear him as well.
Our producer's great.
Yeah.
I mean, let's get to the analytics side of things right now, just from what I know. You've got the thrash from Jar. Well, the thrash from Jar is going to use that to immediately sniff out anything coming towards this A side, which will be met with
they know. Oh, they know. It's devastating. Oh, Jar! What is up with you, dude? Red is going to be able to punish Jar, going in a little bit too confidently there. Didn't have the timing of that detain quite down. Is going to get punished for it. And now there's going to be some weapon upgrades that are going to come from it. There's Wave able to find one onto Chris, bringing them up in the player advantage to 3v4. Spike in hand up here. Trying to bring it around. Going to be assuming that it's going to be the weaker site for Erinite. And they'd be correct, but unfortunately Wave is ready. Eljo! A little bit quicker on the draw.
Not ready enough.
We'll catch them.
Not quite ready enough. Is that a lineup for default?
Nope. No, that missed entirely.
Well, it was a good try either way.
Spike planted. Bring them down.
You can throwing that dog. Wants to try and spot something out. Ultimately, gonna run out. Not gonna have very much. And once again, UKine is gonna get stuck in a tough spot here. Flash is gearing up, trying to move forward, trying to apply some pressure. UKine is going to be able to find Lazy Pig. There's the Molly coming out. Red going to be able to find a pick onto Flash, but down by Xander. Now Eljo, last one standing once again, has to try and find something going on here, but Xander sprang through the box, trying to find a kill. Gonna be able to find it. There's Xander with the headshot. Is there enough time? I believe there is.
There absolutely is enough time for Spike to be defused. 11-4 for Erinite. This is a rough night for Eternal Focus. A really rough night.
It is not optimal, for sure,
No.
for Eternal Focus. They are 7 rounds down now. 2 rounds. Erinite is 2 rounds away from taking this series. If they get these 2 rounds, they'll take the series before Eternal Focus has gotten 6 rounds.
Yeah.
In total. That is not some good statistics you want, but Red with that Pocket Guardian is going to be able to find Flash, shutting down a lot of that, but Jar doesn't care. Jar isn't afraid.
What's Jar
In
afraid
fact, in fact, Eternal Focus needs to be afraid of him. And Xander, but Chris is going to end up putting that one down, and there's hope for Chris. There's the second kill on the board. As UKine and Wave, the last one standing.
Bring them down.
Sending out a dog,
Spike
sending out
planted.
misinformation, mispresence there. Going to try and draw some attention away, but there's so many smokes on site here. It is going to be tough. It is. They're playing. Are they playing lineups? Nope. They're tagged in the back. They know that they're playing lineups here.
They've got to be playing Brimalt too.
Yeah, they have the orbital strike ready to go. Eljo is peeking. Is Jiggle peeking
Last
this?
player
There.
standing.
Yep. There's the kill. Yeah, playing mollies. They're playing lineups, but they didn't even need them. Chris able to find a third, and there is the 5th round for the map. 6th round total for Eternal Focus in this series. Can they bring it back? Oh, they're popping the chamber ult. They're popping that tour de force. What can happen from here?
A 6th round?
A 6th round maybe on the table here, Zyrek.
I mean, that's what they're hoping for, right? But at the same time, Xander and Jar and even the rest of Erinite throughout these matches have been sort of conditioning how they play. So there is still a chance that they can sort of change up how they play and take the entirety of Eternal Focus off guard.
Yeah. There's the Molly gonna be delaying a lot there, scaring him off. Red doesn't want to push up there. Thinks there's going to be a lot of aggression here. See, there's that conditioning from Erinite of the push-ups following utility. They're scared to push into that short angle there. There's that flash, but it's not going to be enough. Elro is going to find Xander. Stun comes out as well. They just have to dump utility here to try not to die, and Jar falls as well. Flash is able to find something. Trying to equalize these numbers up. It is going to go a little bit more in favor of Eternal Focus, as Eljo is still alive, has that
Spike
orbital
planted.
strike on hand. Spike is down. It's time for the post
I'll
plant.
find you.
Prepare for hellfire.
Hitting the haunt off. Beautiful tag. Orbital strike came out. No kills resulted because of it, but a lot of placement has been changed. There's Elro gonna fall the wave. Beautiful C's, beautiful combo there. Good teamwork there. It's a 2v3. Eljo trying to double peek here. Trying to peek, wants to play mollies here, needs to play time, because there's the smoke coming through. They have no idea if they're still on the spike there. Chris right there, gonna end up falling, and Flash finds Eljo at the same time. Oh my gosh, I don't think they have time. I don't think they have time, Zyrek.
No time.
Oh my gosh, no time in there. The 6th round.
Yeah.
Beautiful stall from Eternal Focus, able to put the 6th round on the board. They have a chance here, as Erinite is really low on funds.
Yeah, I mean, the buy is very lackluster compared to Eternal Focus having such a good buy, as well as Elro having that showstopper online again. But
I mean, look, Thrash.
Wave and Jar having both
Wave
the
and
Viper's
Jar.
Pit and Thrash up, which I think Jar is going to use.
They get contact there. It's impossible. Chris is going to find the first pick onto Yukine there. Flash, not wanting to get a piece of that action, is going to end up getting out. They're moving up, but not quick enough on the draw there. Chris finds another for the round. Xander almost going. It's just perfect timing. And oh, the teabag from. In all honesty, Zyrek, I don't know if in it.
Spike planted. I'll take it.
Yeah, kind of somewhat deserved there.
Up and away.
Gonna be throwing that Flash out of there. They're not out of the game just yet. We've off some weird stuff here. Flash is gonna fall though. Red fighting a second for the round. It is a team effort here.
No sweat.
Jar is making it happen. Is not a fight. There's Jar.
Wingman's defusing. One enemy remaining.
Almost made it happen. Jar. A 4K almost made the ace there. Sorry for going silent there for a second. I was just speechless at what was happening there. Zyrek, that was almost a bare bones thrifty round that would have put them in the match point.
I mean, I have to say, I don't think Eternal Focus has the right to shoot bodies after the first map.
Yeah, they
Okay,
for
just
you know,
me, but
BMing, it's a part of esports, just in general. We all understand that. BMing, just shooting bodies, teabagging. It's typical stuff in esports. But I mean, after that 13-1, I mean, you kind of got to have some respect there.
yeah.
And Eternal Focus seems to be gaining some momentum. They seem to be gaining back. I mean, they're only 4 rounds down now. They can pull it back. They need 4 rounds to tie it up.
No charges.
But Erinite only needs 2 rounds to secure the series in general. Eljo is going to be able to find Yukine, but not before he makes a name for themselves. In general, there's a nade from Elro, and it's going to be able to fly Wave, shutting down that Viper's Pit and opening up the long. There's Jar going in with Thrash, able to jump over that Molly, but ultimately going to end up getting pushed back there. There's the counter Viper's Pit coming in as the showstopper. Flash is going to find nothing, but Elro is going to fall regardless. There's Jar, able to find Thrash once again. Xander finds Red. Chris is ready for it in that Viper's Pit, but they are not ready for this Thrash. It's going to be devastating here. They have to find something, anything, and it's not going to tag. Flash is going to go down. So is Xander. Jar's the last one standing. But Eljo is on top. Doesn't know where they're at and just barely scrapes by another win.
I mean,
Beautiful there.
There.
The orbital strike is back online. They are cycling this ult economy very, very well. They have a chance to bring this back and bring it to map 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting a lot closer than I think Erinite wants to see. But, again, This might be a round where Eternal Focus wins. They might get to 9 simply because you've got, they play lineups. They love playing lineups, but they also have the Orbital Strike from Brimstone online for Eljo. So this could quite simply be get the bomb down and molly it.
Yeah, but look at the stack here. They got 4 players from Erinite here on a single site. Is Flash gonna peek out into this? Oh my gosh, Flash is peeking out into it. Somehow survives before getting pushed back inside. There's Eljo. The tags come out, and there's a lot of chaos here on site. Jar down to 32 HP remaining. Walks into the molly. He's gonna fall. Xander's gonna 2 though. Another case of aim labs. Reloads coming through as well. Xander finds a 3rd onto red. This guy's a monster. 5 HP remaining too. Yukine and Xander holding this down, having to tap the spike, having to draw out some attention. They know that the spike isn't getting planted. There's the teleports coming through. Are they going to be expecting Wave to be on this site still? They do! Chris going to be able to find it, and there's the rotates that have to come through immediately. They got to pick up these guns, try and convert something, anything.
Spike planted.
They really don't have the health to be compromising this right now.
They're also on a time limit now, too. They have to get the spike defused.
They've got to push this up, and they've got to make it count here. Yukine going to be using a lot of that utility here. It's going to be detrimental. His Lazy Pig is sitting there in elbow. There's the haunt. They know someone's here in hookah. Who is it is the question. Chris able to find Xander. Yukine going up. Not wanting a shift, but Lazy Pig and elbow is going to secure that. It is 9-11, round 21.
Dreams are a funny
Ladies and gentlemen, this is as close as you guys want it to be. This is a rough match.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, okay, we always say close match, but really, what we have to compare it to, it's gonna be close spite the fact. I mean, the Nightfall coming online for Erinite, you've got both the Seekers as well as your Orbital Strike online too. So again, it's more or less
Trail.
figure out the site you're hitting and go.
There's that counter Nightfall coming in. Going to be tagging 3 of the players there. Deafening all of them, tagging them, marking them, decaying them, and so much more. There's that Orbital Strike coming through as well. So much chaos there as Wave is going to find Elro. Jar finding 2. Red and Chris. Xander! Gosh, it's a bloodbath.
There's my buddy.
I looked away for a minute.
You blink and you miss it, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you defend a site, a flawless defend of a site. 2 ultimates to 1, and it's just a shutdown.
I genuinely can't stress this enough. I literally looked away for a singular second, looked back, and the round's over. I don't get how the round can either take the entirety of it or end in 3 seconds.
You know, it's one or the other. There's Elro having to back off there immediately at the dog going in, having to pop that molly as well. But Elro, not minded, but oh my gosh, so much chip damage just through the smoke there. It's absolutely insane. There's another molly coming through. Oh my gosh, it tagged all of them. Wave and Red, able to find some contact, able to get some kills, equalizing those picks. Orbital Strike is still online from Xander. Xander's got to be moving up, got to take some space here. And use that Orbital Strike to try and secure this victory here. We might be getting a double peek, but Wave is going to be able to find Elro. Yukine, send that dog in. Got to back someone off. It's going to tag. There's that Orbital Strike coming through as well. Wave on the ground, able to find Red. That's the 3rd. Xander finds one. Walks into the Orbital Strike, and Chris falls. There's Yukine.
Defenders win.
And there's Erinite finding the 13th round. 9-13 as Erinite takes bind and in turn is going to be taking that series to a close. Beautiful rounds, almost a beautiful comeback there from Eternal Focus as they clawed their way up, trying to get to those double digits, barely missing it. But they made an amazing comeback from that first map, Ascent, going down 13-1 on their own map pick to putting up 9 rounds against the 13 from Erinite on their own map pick is more than impressive and very, very much an improvement from the last map. I mean, guaranteed. As we get the scoreboard up here now, we're going to be able to take a look at the man, the MVP himself, Jar, 24 and 15 with an ACS of 303, 3 first kills. But looking Xander, 24 and 13, 288 ACS, 18-14 flash. Like there's a lot of skill on Erinite. They took the W, but Eternal Focus, their stats are looking so much better than last map, just in general. But I mean, if you want to talk about them a little bit more, Zyrek, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, I mean, there's so much to talk about. Obviously, right? For the side of Erinite, Flash, the Duelist. Is it 5 First Bloods? Yeah, 5 First Bloods.
Yeah, 5 First Bloods, yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what you want your Duelist to do. I mean, like, you get in, you get the kill, you get your First Blood, and then you die. That is the role of a Duelist. Obviously, right? You get more information. You can know how many's there, who's there, and, etc., etc. But, I mean, the scoreline from last map, 1,000 times better. Definitely the Eternal Focus that I was expecting to see coming like out of the gates. So
yeah, there was a lot more intensity coming out from like just coming out in general from Eternal Focus. This last map, I could tell that between maps, they definitely talked it out. They realized what kind of adjustments they need to make. They're better at making adjustments on the fly in this map. They didn't take a timeout this time, and it ended as we were seeing and as we kind of expected. We were gonna see the map pick from Erinite be taken away from them. Great job by Eternal Focus coming back from that 13-1 loss, not letting the mental get to them, not crashing out completely. Great job there. But I believe that is going to be all for today. It was a 2-0 victory for Erinite here in the group stage. Once again, this is the Luxe series, week 3, day 2. I'm Lash, or Lash the Caster. Our producer today was Ice Fireeyed, my co-caster from last week. So big shout out to the production crew here. That was a fun time. Once again, I'm Lash the Caster. This is Zyrek. And we'll see you guys when we see you. Thanks for watching.
see you next time.
my heart. Don't wanna feel your touch like ice, tracing all my scars. Why is it hurt on the inside?